Hello, tonight we're in the middle of a seat swap. It's the first time I've ever tried this, but it looks fairly simple. The measurements seem to line up pretty good, so I'm just taking the rails off of the bottom of my stock 98 Impreza seat and swapping them onto this more nicely bolstered all-cloth 99 Forester seat. And I'm doing the passenger side first because I have to drive to work in this car in the morning, and I don't want to break my driver's side seat yet until I figure out how this works. But the Impreza seats are unfortunately vinyl striped down the sides, so when you sit down in them on a hot sunny day, it burns any pieces of exposed skin, and the bolstering on these Forester seats are a little nicer. So I'm going to try to swap the rails over. Kind of a simple process. Let me show you. This would be the right hand side of the passenger seat. There's just two bolts here that hold the rail on. But then on the left hand side it gets a little bit more hairy. There's a screw through this seat back bracket thing. It's a bolt here, two screws here. So far so good. Bolt, and screw are in. This screw here goes into a captured nut on the other side of this hinge piece. It has this nice little plastic cover. Don't be fooled if you're not looking closely. It doesn't just pry out. There is a screw here. So don't forget that. It just pops on and screws in place here. So onto the other side here, it's pretty simple. 1, 2 bolts, that's it. But just have a look. Have a look here. This is the Forester rail, and this is the Impreza rail. I see the difference in the height of the brackets there. So hopefully that'll be a pretty close fit when I get it in my Impreza here. One other thing, don't forget to hook up this little jobby over here on the other arm. Another little arm like this on the other side. So when you pull the handle, it releases both sets of these teeth. Because if it doesn't release both sets of teeth, one on each side, your chair's not going to slide. So don't forget to hook that up. That'll save you taking one of the rails off again to do it because you forgot. But don't forget. There we go, job done. Remember this tension thing across between the two rails. So when you move your adjuster, you can move both rails. Well, these are all 12mm bolts, by the way, and Phillips head screws. Pretty simple stuff. And I'm going to grab a 14mm socket and throw this in the car. I managed to find a hitch on the driver's seat to slow me down and cause me frustration. The simple side swapped the same. This side, however, not so nice. First of all, instead of screws into the end of here, it had friggin' E-clips over these two ends. I got those, but then it has this thing. There's a mechanism in here that adjusts the seat bottom, and I completely sort of forgot about that when I started my swap tonight. I'm already starting to lose daylight a bit. I'm getting tired and sweaty, but I just drilled the head off of this big bolt thing that pivots and holds that adjuster on. The Impreza rail seems to have that hole in it, so I'll try to run a bolt through it or something to put this adjuster knobby thing back in place. So far this thing sucks. Engineering victory. Take that, Fuji Heavy Industries. I found a bolt that fit through there and kind of even pressed into the hole, and then I tightened the big nice flange nut on her, put the E-clips back on with a hammer, put all these bits back in. I'm going to try to throw this sucker in the car before it's completely dark out. There you go, Forester seats in an Impreza. The adjusters for the bum things, the bum adjusters there, very nice. Lumbar support adjustments, kind of nice. Yeah, they're on the other seats in the shadow there, probably can't see it. it's in there. They're dirty, they need to be cleaned, but good fit, comfortable. And I looked up on carpart.com. Junkyards are charging anywhere from like 65 or 70 bucks and up per seat for those simple cloth seats like that. So it's nice to have a parts car in the yard to get the stuff off of for really cheap. So mad.